This article examines dress uniforms, daily service uniforms, working uniforms, special situations, and the history of uniforms of the United States Navy. For simplicity in this article, officers refers to both commissioned officers and warrant officers. Dress uniforms. The United States Navy has three categories of dress uniforms, from least to most formal: service, full, and dinner dress. Service dress. Service dress uniforms are worn for official functions not rising to the level of full or dinner dress. They are also commonly worn when traveling in official capacity, or when reporting to a command. The civilian equivalent is a business suit. They are seasonal, with the white uniform worn in summer and the blue in winter. Service dress blue may be worn year-round for travel only. Ribbons are worn over the left breast pocket in all variations of the service dress uniform. The all-weather coat, overcoat, or reefer may be worn with service dress uniforms in cold or inclement weather. Officers and Chief Petty Officers. Service dress blue. The service dress blue uniform consists of a navy blue suit coat and trousers that are nearly black in color, or the optional skirt for women, a white shirt, and 4-in-hand necktie. The material is generally wool or a wool blend, depending on the vendor. The men's jacket is double-breasted with 6 gold-colored buttons, and the women's jacket has a single row of 4 gold-colored buttons. Rank insignia is the gold sleeve stripes for commissioned officers, while rating badges and service stripes are worn on the left sleeve by Chief Petty Officers. The prescribed headgear is the white combination cap, although a navy blue garrison cap is optional, unless stated otherwise by the prescribing authority in some situations when the jacket is not worn. Beginning in 2016, the Navy will phase out the female combination cap and prescribe a cover similar to the male version for female officers and CPOs. Service dress white. While both styles share the same 100% polyester CNT fabric, the service dress white uniform has been different for the men's and women's variations. Men wear a high-stand collared white tunic with shoulder boards for officers of the metal anchor collar devices for CPOs, white trousers, and white shoes. This uniform is informally called chokers due to the standing collar. The material, formerly cotton, today is a weave of polyester known as certified navy twill. Women wear a uniform similar to the service dress blue but with a white coat and skirt trousers. The white combination cap is the prescribed headgear. A noticeable difference between the male uniforms and the female uniforms is the placement of the women officers' rank insignia lacing on the sleeves and the placement of CPO rank insignia on the lapels of the jacket. However, the Navy has announced female uniform changes to resemble the men's uniforms, and that female officers and CPOs will start wearing stand-collared tunics like males in early 2017. Junior enlisted sailors. Service dress blues for male junior enlisted personnel are based on the standard Navy jumper in navy blue, colloquially referred to as crackerjacks, because of the Navy uniformed figure that adorns the crackerjack snack box. They consist of navy blue wool jumper with 3 rows of white stripes on the collar and cuffs. There are 2 white stars, one at each corner of the collar. A traditional white hat or Dixie cup is also worn, as well as black leather shoes. A black silk synthetic fiber neckerchief, rolled diagonally, is worn around the neck, under the collar, with the ends tied in a square knot in the center of the chest. The trousers for the dress blue uniform are flared as bell-bottoms. These trousers have a broad fall opening with 13 buttons. The female junior enlisted sailor's service dress blue, introduced in the 1970s, is similar to the CPO officer service dress blues, with the exception that silver-colored buttons, rather than gold, are on the jacket. This uniform is being phased out and will be replaced by a female female cut variant of the crackerjacks, with the transition beginning in October 2016, and to be completed by January 2020. Until 2016, the service dress whites, for both sexes, consist of white straight-leg bell-bottom trousers with a fly front, black leather shoes, a white jumper with plain navy collar, the black neckerchief worn in the same fashion as with the service dress blues, and the white Dixie cup cap for males and combination cover with a silver eagle emblem and the letters USN for females. The service dress white jumper is actually derived from the former undress white, with its wide cuffless sleeves and no piping. However, beginning in October 2015, the service dress white blouses will be changed to feature navy blue piping on cuffed sleeves, stars and navy blue piping on the navy collar, and a yoke, making it a photo negative of the service dress blue jumper. Ribbons are worn with these uniforms over the top left pocket opening, along with warfare insignia. If these uniforms are to be assigned as the uniform of the day, a plan of the day, plan of the week will state either service dress white or service dress blue. Either the all-weather coat or pea coat may be worn with this uniform in cold or inclement weather. The color of the enlisted rank insignia and service stripes from the service dress blues is either gold or red based upon the U.S. Navy Good Conduct variation. The colors on the service dress whites will always be black. In May 2012, the Navy announced upcoming changes to the service dress blues and service dress whites, adding side zippers to both uniform blouses, and a zipper will also be added to service dress blue trousers. Women will no longer wear the chiefs and officers style uniforms and combination covers, and will wear a women's cut variation of the jumper style uniforms with white hats, Dixie cups, like the men. This new uniform rollout is expected to begin on the 1st of October 2016 and complete by 2021. Full dress uniforms are worn for ceremonies such as changes of command, retirements, commissionings and decommissionings, funerals, weddings, or when otherwise appropriate. Full dress is similar to service dress except that instead of ribbons, full-size medals are worn above the left breast pocket, with ribbons worn on the opposite side for decorations without corresponding medals. Swords or cutlasses are authorized for wear by officers and chief petty officers, and may be required for Lt. Commander and above. For the U.S. Navy Ceremonial Guard in Washington, D.C., the enlisted full-dress uniforms are further modified with the wearing of a white pistol belt, ascot, and dress eaglet, and white canvas leggings. Other honor guards are only authorized leggings and white pistol belt. Dinner dress. The dinner dress uniforms of the United States Navy are the most formal and have the most variations. For officers, there are dinner dress blue and dinner dress white, dinner dress blue jacket and dinner dress white jacket, and formal dress. Although trousers are authorized, women frequently wear the appropriate color skirt. Dinner dress blue and white are identical to the service dress versions, but worn with miniature medals and badges with no ribbons. Dinner dress blue is additionally worn with a dress shirt and black bow tie. These variants are commonly worn by many junior officers and enlisted personnel as substitutes for the more formal dinner dress jacket variant, which is only prescribable for lieutenant commander and above and optional for lieutenant and below. The dinner dress blue-white jacket uniforms feature a short jacket with 3 buttons on either side, worn open with a black bow tie and cummerbund. Male officers show rank stripes on the sleeves of the jacket for the blue version and on shoulder boards for the white version, while women officers only wear sleeve stripes. This uniform is equivalent to black tie in usage. The formal dress variation is the most formal, and is identical to the dinner dress blue jacket uniform but worn with a white waistcoat with gold buttons in place of the cummerbund, a white bow tie, and matching mother-of-pearl studs and cuff links. Though rarely used, men can also substitute a tailcoat for the standard dinner dress jacket with this uniform. The female version is substantially the same as dinner dress blue jacket, but substitutes the mother-of-pearl studs and cuff links for gold. This uniform is equivalent to white tie in usage. Additionally, this uniform is only prescribed for chiefs and officers. Headgear is not required for dinner dress uniforms unless an outer jacket is worn. Those holding the rank of lieutenant and below have the option of using the dinner dress uniform when dinner dress jacket is prescribed. The enlisted sailors who are chief petty officer and above wear a uniform similar to the officers, but with rank insignia and service stripes on the left sleeve, while enlisted who are petty officer first class and below have optional dinner dress jacket uniforms similar to the officers and chiefs. They may also wear their dinner dress uniform, which is the traditional service dress sailor suit with miniature medals instead of ribbons. Service uniforms. Service uniforms of the U.S. Navy's daily wear uniforms, and exist in several variations. They are intended for use in office environments, in positions that interact with the public, and in watch situations. Skirts are authorized for women in all service uniforms. Officers and Chief Petty Officers. Service khaki. The Navy first authorized a khaki uniform in 1913 as a practical garment for early naval aviators. They were given permission to wear Marine Corps khaki uniforms with naval insignia when flying or working on aircraft. Khakis were authorized aboard submarines in 1931 and is a working uniform on all ships 10 years later. The service khaki uniform today is reserved for commissioned officers, chief warrant officers and chief petty officers. It is a khaki buttoned-up shirt and trousers, worn with a gold belt buckle. The shirt features two front flap pockets and a pointed collar. Ribbons are worn above the left pocket of the shirt, with the warfare insignia above them. A name tag may be worn above the right pocket, and rank insignia is worn on the collar. The regulations for ribbons state the highest 3 awards, or all ribbons can be worn at once. There are two kinds of headgear authorized. A khaki combination cap is standard, but a khaki garrison cover is also authorized. Currently black and brown Oxford shoes are authorized for all officers and CPOs. However, tradition and social pressure tend to restrict the wearing of brown shoes to members of the aviation community. Females are authorized to wear the same over blouse as junior enlisted sailors. Summer white service. The summer white service uniform consists of a short-sleeved white button-up shirt worn open-collared, white trousers and belt, and white dress shoes. Authorized headwear is the combination cap. Officers wear shoulder boards with this uniform, while chiefs wear metal collar insignia. The women's shirt for all ranks has shoulder straps, but carry nothing except for shoulder boards worn by officers. Like service khakis, summer whites are available in several materials. When assigned as the uniform of the day, a plan of the day, plan of the week will state summer white. Either the all-weather coat, blue jacket, or peacoat may be worn with this uniform. While once authorized for junior enlisted, it is now restricted to officers and chiefs. Members E6 and below previously wore a short-sleeved summer white uniform with rate insignia on the left sleeve, but the uniform was dropped from the Navy in 2010. Junior Enlisted Navy Service Uniform. The U.S. Navy underwent a comprehensive review of every uniform from 2006 through 2007, intending to replace the different seasonal service uniforms with a single year-round service uniform for personnel E1 through E6. Accordingly, the Navy service uniform has replaced the winter blue uniform and summer white uniform, which were phased out on the 31st of December 2010 when the rollout of the new service uniform was completed. Enlisted personnel now have a single service uniform. Navy JROTC units also received this new uniform, where, unlike in the U.S. Navy proper, it is worn by both cadet officers and cadet enlisted. The Navy service uniform is a year-round service uniform to withstand day-to-day classroom and office-like environments where the service uniform is typically worn. It consists of a short-sleeve khaki shirt for males and a khaki waistcoat-style blouse for females, made from a wash-and-wear 75% polyester, 25% wool blend, with permanent military creases, black trousers for males with beltless slacks for females and optional beltless skirt, and a black unisex garrison cap. Silver anodized metal rank insignia is worn on shirt, blouse, collars and cap. The service uniform also includes a black relaxed-fit Eisenhower-style jacket with a knit stand-up collar and epaulets, on which petty officers wear large, silver anodized metal rate insignia. Those entitled to wear gold chevrons continue to wear gold chevrons on the large metal rate insignia on the jacket. The Navy announced in 2014 that female sailors have been testing out a female-cut version of the male combination covers. It will completely replace the female bucket-styled combination covers by October 2016. Working uniforms. Working uniforms are worn when other uniforms may become unduly soiled or are otherwise inappropriate for the task at hand. These are worn at sea in industrial environments ashore. In July 2010, the new Navy working uniform and coveralls became the only authorized working uniforms. Navy working uniform based on the U.S. Marine Corps's MARP-80 Marine Corps Combat Utility Uniform, with multiple pockets on the shirt and trousers. It uses a multicolor digital print pattern similar to those introduced by other services. However, the NWU was made in 3 variants. Type 1, predominantly blue with some gray for the majority of sailors, originally developed for shipboard use. Type 2, a desert digital pattern currently restricted to SEALs and other sailors assigned to naval special warfare units when in desert environments. And Type 3, a woodland digital pattern for Navy SEALs in expeditionary units such as Seabees and riverine units. Both camouflage patterns are similar to MARP-80. The overall blue color reflects the Navy's heritage and connection to seaborne operations. The pixelated pattern is also used to hide wear and stains, something unavoidable with the utilities and working khakis used previously. The colors were also chosen to match the most commonly used paint colors aboard ship, extending the lifetime of the uniform on long deployments where uniforms often come into contact with freshly painted surfaces. As of 2012, the uniform is authorized for wear outside of military installations. The uniform is primarily composed of a 50/50 nylon and cotton blend, which eliminates the need for a starch and press appearance and reduces the possibility of snags and tears from sharp objects. However, this blend combines high flammability with the strength to hold hold onto the sailor's body while burning. Accessories include a navy blue cotton t-shirt, an 8-point utility cover, and a web belt with closed buckle. All-weather garments include a unisex pullover sweater, a fleece jacket, and a parka, all of which are available in matching camouflaged patterns. Beginning in 2016, the Navy had planned to also issue a lightweight version of the NWU more suitable to hot environments. The uniform is worn with rank insignia on both collar points and on the front panel of the 8-sided camouflage cover, with sew-on name and U.S. Navy tapes, also on the new digital background pattern, having gold-colored lettering for officers, CPOs and midshipmen. All ranks below CPO wear silver-colored name tapes. An embroidered anchor, plus Constitution, and eagle emblem is on the left breast pocket on all NWUs. Black safety boots, identical to those worn by United States Coast Guard personnel with their operational dress uniform, are worn with the NWU Type 1. Boots come in two versions, black smooth leather boots, and black suede no-shine boots for optional wear while assigned to non-shipboard commands. Like the previous working uniforms, the new NWU is designed to allow personnel to stay warm and dry in inclement weather. Thus, they are designed to be slightly larger for the wearing of sweaters underneath. The NWU, unlike its predecessors, was also designed to be longer lasting and does not need to be ironed like previous uniforms. The uniform also has more pockets than its predecessors, with 4 on the shirt including the 2 pockets on the sleeves of the uniform, and 6 on the trousers. The NWU type were phased into service beginning in January 2009. In January 2010, the Navy began considering new Navy working uniform patterns modified from MARPAT, named Type 2 and Type 3, Desert and Woodland, respectively. These patterns are overall darker than the respective MARPAT progenitors, modified with different color shades on a vertically aligned pixel pattern for the Woodland version. The additional patterns addressed the fact that the blue and gray Type 1 pattern was not meant for a tactical environment. Rank insignia is embroidered and worn on a tab in the center of the torso. Name and U.S. Navy taps are embroidered in brown or black. Backlash from Marines, including an objection from Commandant Conway, led to restrictions when NAVADMIN 374-09 was released. The Type 2 is restricted for wear to naval special warfare personnel, while Type 3 is restricted to Navy ground units. In August 2016, the U.S. Navy announced that it is eliminating the NWU Type 1 in favor of the Type 3, which will completely replace it by the 1st of October 2019 for wear as the standard working uniform ashore for all Navy personnel. The Type 2 will remain restricted to wear by naval special warfare sailors when in desert environments. The Navy's goal of developing a single working uniform for wear aboard ship and ashore and by all ranks and rates, which the NWU Type 1 was supposed to fulfill, was never realized by the Type 1. Soon after its introduction, it was found to be unsuitable for shipboard wear because of its lack of flame resistance, and so was banned from wear aboard ship, thus making it essentially a uniform to be worn while ashore only. As a uniform for wear ashore only, it compares poorly with the Type 3, as a green camouflage uniform is infinitely more utilitarian than a blue one. That being the case, the NWU Type 1 has become a uniform without a purpose. The Navy continues to work to develop a shipboard working uniform. Shipboard working uniform. The U.S. Navy issued a new model coverall for use as a shipboard working uniform beginning in early 2014. The new flame-resistant variant coverall is used aboard all ships. It replaced for shipboard use polyester cotton blend coveralls that provided inadequate fire protection and the NWU Type 1 for the same reason. The all-cotton FRVs are dark blue in color compared to the older coveralls, which are lighter. They use rectangular Velcro-backed name tags similar to those worn on flight crew suits, rather than the name tapes of the previous coverall. U.S. Fleet Forces Command continues a multi-phase wear test of improved flame-resistant variant working uniform components for shipboard wear. FFC most recently conducted in-depth focus groups with fleet sailors aimed at refining the design of the IFRV coverall. Additional feedback from the focus groups, subsequently validated by a senior-level working group, resulted in the preliminary design of a more professional-looking two-piece utility shipboard uniform that can be worn both at sea in operational support jobs ashore. Wear tests of the prototype two-piece variants are expected to occur in 2017. Coats. All enlisted sailors may wear the navy blue peacoat with a rate insignia for petty officer 3rd class and up on the left sleeve, a navy blue all-weather coat with rate insignia worn on the collar, or a navy blue working uniform jacket with rate insignia worn on the collar. Officers and chiefs may wear the calf-length wool bridgecoat or waist-length reefer with gold buttons and rank insignia worn on the epaulets, or the all-weather coat with rank insignia also worn on the shoulder or collar, depending on rank. Additionally, a khaki windbreaker may be worn with the service khaki uniform. Naval aviators, naval flight officers, naval flight surgeons, naval aviation physiologists, and naval air crewmen are authorized to wear G1 seal brown goatskin leather flight jackets, with warfare insignia listed on a name tag over the left breast pocket, either permanently stitched to the leather or attached with a Velcro hook and loop fastener. These jackets were previously adorned with various mission patches, which indicate places the wearer has served. Today, patches on the G1 are limited to a maximum of 3 in addition to the name tag, i.e. a unit insignia on the right breast, an aircraft type insignia on the right sleeve and an aircraft type insignia or embroidered U.S. flag on the left sleeve. Also, the Navy issues foul-weather or cold-weather jackets as appropriate for the environment, which are generally olive and navy blue in color. These jackets are considered organizational clothing. They do not belong to the sailor, and are not allowed for wear off of the ship unless working in the near vicinity of the ship.